Tasting like a boss. How you guys doing? Got Kylo of the Knights of Ren here. How you doing, baby boy? Yes, look at that face. Look at that face. Oh, you're the heartbreaker on this Valentine's Day 2026. So happy Valentine's Day to you guys. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. And you know, if you find yourself alone on this Valentine's Day, don't worry about it. I've been alone many times in my life on Valentine's Day. This can be our together time. This can be our little Valentine's time together as lovers of coffee. Whoa! And that was just falling over as somebody just reviewed. It's a really quick review I'll put up on YouTube, like a real sparkling protein. So set that to the side for now. Interesting. And instead, let's focus on what we're really here to do today. What is that, Kylo? Well, Boss of Boss, she came back from visiting Savannah with our youngest. And while she was in Savannah, she thought of me, which means she was thinking of you. And she brought me a couple of coffees, but this is the first one I'm going to try, from Savannah Coffee Roasters, established 1909. And we're going to be doing Captain's Choice. And I got to tell you, the bottom of this bag has me a little freaked out a bit, because it says Captain's Choice, Colombia and Mexico. It's two different places. And then right next to it, single origin. Do you see that? Single origin. Whoa, it's okay. You just fell. Come back if you want, okay? All right. I don't know how that's single origin. It sounds like it's two places of origin, but that is not just a sticker. I mean, that is hard printed onto the sticker. That's a complete sticker. So that's really what they intended. So there you go. On the back, it has these little boxes for what you could check, which kind of makes me kind of interested, because they have single origin, and there's also signature blends, and the other two are signature blends, so I'm excited about that. And then flavored beans. So they actually have flavored beans, so I'm wondering if they're going to have anything peculiar, or if it's just going to be your typical like vanilla, French vanilla, hazelnut, things like that. But I'll have to probably check online to figure out what we're going to do. So what are we going to be doing today? Well, we're going to be tasting this in 4 different methodologies. We're going to be doing it in the cold brew. Put the cold brew in the Fort Ticonderoga cup or glass. Went there with Boss of Boss. Very Valentine's-y. It wasn't Valentine's when we went, but it's a nice little thing. It was a nice trip with just her and I. It was romantic, I thought. Then we're going to be doing it in the drip. And in the drip, yeah, we're going to have a Take Your Time Valentine. Yep, with a sloth. Got that. Then we're going to be trying it in the espresso, of course. And then finally, we're going to be doing it in the nitro press. But we're going to be pulling it into a glass I have yet to use. I got this for Christmas from, again, Boss of Boss, who is my forever Valentine. And she got me this really neat glass, painted glass. Has this little, like, ghost reading a book on it, which is cute, and it's kind of raised, so it's like actually hand painted. It feels like those Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi glasses I think we got at McDonald's or Burger King when we were kids when the movies came out. That it's got that same kind of sensation and feel to it. It's kind of neat, but yeah, I think it's cute. I just like that kind of design. All right, so let's get down to the actual coffee review. So Captain's Roast, a mix, even though it says single origin, I would say that's not true. It says it's medium roast of Colombia beans and Mexican beans. So let's give it a little smelling, see what we think. There's a very nice scent to it. Has that scent I like. It's got that coffee scent, a little bit of hints of tobacco, but not overly so. Smells very nice. Smells like a nice medium roast. So that's what it is. All right, let's get down to the cold brew. Cold brewed it for 24 hours. Really no scent on it. Not atypical, but here we go. Tasting like a boss. Okay, it's got some earthiness to it. It's a nice medium roast. More tobacco notes on it than I really thought would be present on the cold brew. cold brewing really does bring that out. I know it's not for everybody, but I like that. I mean, if I want to get a nice cold brew that's got those little tobacco notes, but is not overly bitter, there you go. With that being said, this is getting me really excited about the nitro press, and we'll talk about that when we get to it. Let's set to the side. So far, that's really quite good. Let's move to the drip. Tasting like a boss. A little bit of a scent, and still not a lot of scent coming off of the drip. Here we go. It's good. You know, I actually got some input from Boss to Boss about this because she didn't want to wait. She got it for me. She came back. She wanted to open it. So she's already had this, and she only drinks it drip. And her statement was, it just tastes like coffee. It tastes like some coffee. She said it tastes like hotel coffee. And it would just be the hotel coffee you got, and you might say, oh, this tastes good. That's it. You wouldn't necessarily go out of your way to find out who made it or anything else. And I get what she's saying here on this drip. But nonetheless, it's definitely good. But would it motivate me to find out what they're brewing? Probably not. I would just be happy to know I'm having a nice cup of coffee as opposed to, you know, what can happen in certain hotels where it's just garbage. So a good drip, nothing to write home about, okay? Going for the espresso. Actually, some chocolate notes on the espresso, tasting like a boss. It's quite good. Tobacco notes are down. Just a slight bit of earthiness at the end. I'm actually getting more of a I'm just getting very distinct coffee flavor. A little bit of baking chocolate, maybe, taste. Yeah, it's nice. I like that. Using that if you want to make a little espresso for yourself, works just fine. I think out of the three formats so far, cold brew though, that's going to be the way I'm going to do it. I think that's a pretty exceptional cold brew. I think it's just a pretty standard drip, and for espresso, it's fine, but you're not going to think, oh, this just changes the game for me, or that I need to add it to my arsenal. So let's now move to the nitro press. Now this thing here, I mean, this is the nitro press container. This thing here, I'm just kind of nervous about it for the future because it's got this cool little like wood cap. I think this is like handmade by someone here in Florida. And they've got a little tiny rubber round thing, but this glass, this straw is glass. So I don't know, I don't really have a lot of straws or glass. I'm getting chemistry vibes or physical science vibes with the Bunsen burners and the using of the pipettes and test tubes and stuff. All right, so here we go. Let's get down to the nitro press, give it a shake. Remember, it's nothing but the cold brew run through the nitro press machine. All right, we're getting a nice dispense. We are dispensing like a boss indeed. Look at that, it's always pretty. Always pretty, look at that. Yeah, all right, see now the glass is complete. There's a side-by-side comparison. Remember, it's the exact same stuff, right? The color change is just because the nitrogen's been infused. We wait a little bit after we do that, give it about 30 seconds for it to dispense and get ready for consumption. We'll go from there. We'll do a side-by-side. So anyway, back to Valentine's Day. It's, you know, kind of an odd one. My eldest, she's out in Texas, so happy Valentine's Day, Coco. My middle, Tallahassee, happy Valentine's Day, Elabelle, middle daughter of Boss. And my youngest is here, so I can say happy Valentine's Day to her in person, but also here to my filmmaker. Happy Valentine's Day. So I'm surrounded by all that, and of course, Boss of Boss. So we'll do something tonight, have a good time, and, you know, hopefully you guys do the same. All right, well, it looks like this stuff is dispensed pretty well at this point. Have it here. Have it here. Let's start again with the cold brew, and I'll talk to you about why I'm kind of excited about the nitro press. You know, I like the the cold brew even more after having it in the other formats. It reminds me just how good it is. It's a very, very good medium roast cold brew with little tobacco notes to it, which not a lot of cold brew coffees really bring that to the table. Tasting like a boss on the nitro press. Yeah, that's really good. It did do exactly what I thought. I'm gonna try it with a straw. Hold on. All right, hold on. It adds that creaminess that the nitro press is always gonna do, right? It slightly mutes the tobacco flavor a little bit. It brings out more of that coffee flavor, but those tobacco notes are still there. It's kind of funny. It kind of they're there, but they also seem to dance along the foam, if that makes any sense. Like the uh, those tobacco notes that are muted down in the beverage seem to have been pulled up almost aromatically into the foam of the nitro press. I don't know how that happens exactly, but it's in there, and it strikes you funny at the end when you've got that little bit of air in the nitro press. Yeah, kind of floats along the bubbly parts of the nitro press. It's really quite nice. It's not going to be, if you're into somebody who likes really sweet coffees or really flavored coffees, this isn't going to be your thing. But if you're trying to find yourself a nice cold brew coffee that has those tobacco notes that some coffees do have, and also translates well into a good nitro press if you have one, this is a really, really strong contender. And I'm really happy it's nice because, you know, it sucks when you do a review for the first time for a company and don't like their product, and oftentimes when that happens I don't post the review. So hey, Savannah Coffee Roasters, good job so far on the medium roast. Now I can tell you the other two are going to be light roasts. Those aren't my favorite roasts, but it should be pretty cool. So anyway, hit like, subscribe, share, hit alerts, spread the word. Thank you for your support. I'm going to be posting some other reviews later today just because I can. Why not? And of course, we just had that reel about the protein drink. So until next time, people, hit like, subscribe, share, go down in the comments, put some comments down there. Have a great Valentine's Day. And until next time, from the Chihuahuas and myself, keep tasting like a boss. Thanks so much.